Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Become an expert in your field. I'm gonna tell you what, when you're talking about making money, one of the things you have to do, you don't want to just do it, just be there and then don't know half what it is. Whatever field that you get into business with, become an expert. I don't care. You're not competing with everybody else who's in that field. Hey, whatever they know, great. You become an expert. You know everything about it. I don't care what it is. It could be something in cooking. You become an expert in cooking, or if it's cooking something in particular, it could be fried chicken. It could be fried chicken. You become an expert in making that fried chicken. You know everything there is to know about it. In fact, you want to become an expert in whatever business field that you're in, to the point where you could teach it to other people. You just know it. Every little thing about it. One of the things in talking with people in different businesses, and these are businesses I don't know about, they might not could talk about anything else. They might not could give you any information on any other area, but I don't care what it was. They could talk about whatever it is that they were doing. I don't care what it is. It could have been a car expert. It could be a cleaning expert. I've met men who their job was to clean houses, like houses that were, maybe, bought in a foreclosure or something, and usually they're not empty. But they could tell you. I was talking with a couple times, talked with some dudes who did that. They could tell you everything. In fact, one dude, he was telling the guy who bought the house, and the guy was listening aptly, like, this a millionaire, but you got this guy who cleaned the house telling him, okay, what they needed to clean that house. I don't care what it is, cutting grass. You need to be not just somebody who's going over the yard, but somebody who's an expert in it. I don't care what it is. If you're going to get into a business field, a business activity, you need to know what it is. You need to study it. You need to know little nuances of it. Like I said, you want to get to the point where you could teach it to other people. You want to get to that point. You want to get to the point where somebody's questioning you about it and you can answer it. You don't want somebody who might know something. They might try to test you out and try to question you about it. You want to be able to answer whatever. I don't care what it is. That's a very important thing. That's a very important thing. You want to know. You want to know little nuances. You want to know how to make money, how to sell it, little stuff. I don't care what it is. I don't care. Like when you get into business, see, one of the issues is you get some people, they'll get into business and they don't really know it. And I've seen some people do that too. They get, it might have been some opportunity or something and they got into it, bought somebody's business, didn't know what was going on, how they were making money, they didn't really know. They were just there. They thought, hey, I'm gonna get into this and make some money. Oh, it don't work that way. You need to know little things about it. It's like my grandmother would say, rest her soul. If somebody's cleaning something, that whether they can clean by looking at the corners. I remember this young lady I was living with. And she called herself cleaning like a kitchen or something. And I looked at the corners. I said, there's still dirt in the corners. That's how deep it is. You want somebody who's going to hit the corners and everything. In fact, speaking of corners, speaking of cleaning, I remember I was working for this bookstore, one of my 1,000 jobs. Actually, it wasn't a bookstore. It was a store that sold African goods. And I'll never forget when the owner came in, because I would usually clean up everything. I remember she said, Ron, come here, come with me. We went to the back storage room. And there was some dust there. And she was like, Ron, you didn't clean that. I was like, okay. I mean, that's how deep she wanted it, but she made money. She paid attention to every little thing. You know, when you in a business, you want to know everything there is about it. You know what you want to be. If you that type who drink, get drunk, and you be like half drowsy, and somebody ask you about your business, you want to be to that point. All right, it's very important because it's those little things that you can make money. There's a lot of businesses that go out. They might know some general stuff, but it might be something little that they don't know about. They might not know how to fix something. They might not know something with shoes, you know, just some little thing. But then that's how you lose money. But the businesses that make money, they know everything. No matter what you hit them with, they can be like, oh, we can fix this. You know, it's like some car mechanics. You got some car mechanics out there, they don't have any idea what they're doing. Or they know just enough to keep stuff running. But then it's the better mechanics. And usually somebody got, you know, cigarette out his mouth, be talking and stuff. But they can fix every little thing. I don't care what you do. Because there are mechanic places out there. I mean, and these could be a part of some franchise or something, and they can't fix your car. But you take it to one of those small places where you get the mechanic who just, he might not look like what's going on. And I'm going to say he. You most of the time it's a he with the mechanics. Oh, it could be a woman too, but, you know, just go with it for now. Anyway, he might not look like much. The mechanic place might be out in the middle of nowhere, but they can fix every little thing. That's how you want to be. You want to be that much of an expert. And indeed, you want to be the expert to the point, even when new stuff is coming out, you want to be that person that say, oh, let me go to this seminar, webinar, whatever. You know, they got something new. Let me check this out. You want to constantly be in continuing education about your field. This is very important. This is very important because somebody might come up with something new. Shoot, you might come up with something new. And then, as I said, you want to get to that point you can change, you could teach it. All right? But you want to work to become an expert. You want to become a master at it. And I've talked about that on other channels. You want to have a mastery of something. And especially the men, the women too. The women too. Anybody listening, you want to become a master of whatever your field is. You want to become an expert. You want to be able to talk about it. And it don't mean you have to jump into the field as an expert. You know, you still learning something. But if you've been in that field for 10 years, you should know something. All right? You should know something. And this is very important with any business, in anything. Even if it's not a business, you want to become knowledgeable in this particular area, all right? So I want y'all to think about that. Think about that, but especially with business, it's the money channel. Whatever business that you get in, you want to be an expert. You want to be a master. You want to get to that point where you can teach other people, all right? No ifs, ands, and buts, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for this episode. You know the deal. Let's go make that money.